You also have a gift down on the inside of you that somebody else is actually looking to actually have. So, with that being said, you might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with I must move? It has a lot to do with the reason why you must actually move. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get myself comfortable. I'm going to sit down the phone because you guys, my team is actually on the other line. We do these calls every single Monday with our team, but I decided to let you all come in and kind of hear exactly what we talk about and how we motivate and how fired up and excited that we are because we are definitely a team on the move. Our name for itself speaks for itself. We call ourselves the Trailblazers Legacy Builders. So when you think about somebody that's blazing a trail, they're always on the go, they're always on the move. And when you think about somebody that's building legacies, you have to remember that in order for you to build a legacy, you have to always be on the go. So that's why today I stopped by to say that I must move. Tell yourself, I must move. See, we can't continue to be complacent in the same exact spot that we may be currently in. There was a word that I gave last month on Let Wisdom Speak about same spot, different season. You may see yourself in the same spot, but baby, you are definitely in a different season. So, with that being said, the point that I want to make on today, it simply says that you will not succeed in life unless you are connected. So if you're a person that's taking notes, just go ahead and write that down that I will not succeed in life unless I am connected. And when I saw this point inside this amazing book that I'm currently reading, the very first thing that came to my mind was the fact that when we enter into this world, we were connected. You might be asking yourself, like, what do you mean that I was connected whenever I came into this world? Think about a woman that's giving birth. She has that umbilical cord that's connected to her baby when she's giving birth. That umbilical cord, when the baby was on the inside and you couldn't even see that baby while it was actually developing, guess what was happening? That baby was connected. You were connected. I was connected to something before I even enter into this world. I was also a seed. You was also a seed. So that's why we always tell you to be mindful of the seeds that you're actually placing out there in the atmosphere. Be mindful of the seeds that you may be casting out there inside the atmosphere because you will soon reap. You have to remember that the law is if you sow something, you're going to also reap something back. So, with that being said, I must move. And you might be asking yourself, what do I must move have anything to do with me reaping and sowing and giving birth and giving life and all these other things? It has a lot to do with it. And I'm going to get to that point in just a moment, you guys. Listen, again, I'm going to give that point to you one more time. You will not succeed in life unless you are connected. And like I said before, when we enter into this world, we were connected to someone. And also before our mothers gave a birth to us, we was also connected. We was connected to that umbilical cord, that whatever it was that she was placing on the inside of herself at that particular moment when we was attached to her and when while we was going through our particular process. Catch that word, you guys, process. It's a process. So with that being said, the mother was taking in the nutrients that they needed and it was able to flow into the very thing that no one could ever see. It's like I can feel it moving. I can see it moving on the I can feel it moving on the inside, and I have some type of evidence that there's something down on the inside of that individual because she looks like she's pregnant because she's beginning to her body begins to transform and I can see the movement of the baby moving on the inside whenever the baby begins to kick. So again, you guys, you have to remember that you will not succeed in life unless you are connected. Be mindful of the people, the places, and the things that you are connected to, because those very things will either make you or break you. So ask yourself this very question: what is it that I'm connected to? Who is it that I am connected to? And when you come up with that particular answer of who I'm connected to, what I'm connected to, then I want you to begin to ask yourself the very things and the people that I'm connected to, is it something that's going to be able to help me be successful? Is it going to be something or someone that's going to be able to help me get to the place where I actually need to be? So again, we came in this world connected. So we have to remain connected to the source. Your success is connected to people. So We are in a business of building relationships. So how do you expect to build relationships if you're not connecting with other people? If you're not connecting with your dreams, if you're not connecting with the type of things that's going to help you to become the person that you were created to be. So again, with that being said, um, the next point I want to make on today is your success involves people. And I kind of tapped on that not too long ago when I said that we have to be mindful of the people that we are connected with and the places that we go and the very things that we actually think. So again, your success involves people. And that goes back to connecting with people, building relationships. So if we are in a people type of business and we have to begin to build relationships, you have to move. You have to move towards those people because, again, somebody needs you. Somebody is actually waiting on you. Somebody is waiting on you to bring forth your gift. See, a lot of times we think a gift has to be something that's tremendous, like singing like Beyonce, or people that can go and run very fast, or whatever gifts you may be thinking of. Your gift is your actual gift. Your gift is the very thing that will make room for you. And when your gift makes room for you, guess what it also does? It also creates opportunity for other people. Your gift also helps other people. So don't sit on your gift and don't take it lightly that I'm bringing you this word on today that I must move. You don't want grass to grow under your feet. Because again, somebody else needs you. Somebody else is waiting on you to come forth with your gift and with the things that you actually have to actually offer unto them. So with that being said, again, you might want to write down that point that my success involves people. Yes, you have people that may be introverts. You have people that may be extroverts. You have people that may have bubbly personalities. You may have a person that might not be as outgoing or whatever the case may be. But either way, our success involves people. We have to begin to connect with more people. How do you expect to grow if you're in the same spot every single day? You're not going out to begin to build the relationships that you actually need. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, begin to build relationships, begin to connect with people because somebody is waiting on you. Somebody is waiting on your gifts. Somebody is waiting on you to move towards them. And let me also throw this in there as well. There was a word that I read that says that people who enables you to succeed may not always come to you. A lot of times we want to be reserved. A lot of times we want to just sit back, and a lot of times we want to just sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not going to approach them unless they approach me. I'm not going to speak to them unless they speak to me." No, baby, you have to be the one that creates your atmosphere. Who gave you the vision? Who gave you that dream? Is it that person? Or is it you, the one that have that actual dream? Who has that particular desire? Again, you have to remember that people who enables you to succeed may not always come to you. And that's why I wanted to title this on today that I must move. See, you have to remember, I don't know if you guys ever played the game Sorry or whatever, and when they're pushing that little thing down and the dice begin to roll and they begin to get those numbers, they begin to move. If they don't move away from the spot where they're at, when it's somebody else's time to go, guess what happens? They're going to get bumped out of the way. It's the same thing with the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis. If you don't get up and move, the very thing that was sitting there waiting on you to come towards is going to begin to get further and further away from you. Or someone else is going to roll that dice. They're going to bump you out the way. And that individual that was there waiting on you is going to be taken. They're going to become occupied. So that's why it's very important to know that you have to begin to move towards the things that you desire and want. You never know who it may be that may be standing there waiting on you, waiting for you to connect with them. You never know who may be waiting to connect with you. But the only way you're going to know if that's the right connection, just like doing a puzzle piece, everything is scattered all over the table. And you have all these different pieces that you have to put together. And you would never know if the piece ever fit until you begin to do what? Connect. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Keyword, connect. You have to begin to move and operate in order to connect to see if it's the right fit. How do you expect that puzzle piece to become together if you don't begin to pick up the piece that you believe that belongs there and to begin to connect the actual pieces? So again, ladies and gentlemen, I must move. I must move into the places where I desire to be. I must move towards the very thing that I desire and want. Why? Because in order for my goals and dreams to become my reality, I first of all must move. I first of all must move from the thoughts that I have in my mind of doubt. I first must move from the thought of my mind of giving up. I must first of all move in the direction of prosperity and believing that I can actually do it. No matter who may come around and say that you're not good enough. Who are they to say that you're not good enough? I stop to tell you today, trailblazers, that you are definitely good enough. And also to my audience that's watching here live on Facebook, baby, you are good enough. Don't let somebody else keep you from connecting to the very thing that has your destiny in place. You have to remember that even when you're taking a flight, you have a connecting flight that's going to get you to your destination. You have to be prepared to begin to read the itinerary. If your itinerary say, oh, we got to go to this spot right here, everything again, ladies and gentlemen, is a process. And the process starts with you, first of all, being willing to move. How do you expect to get to your connecting flight if you, first of all, don't move for them to even scan your ticket? And after they scan your ticket, they give you other instructions. You have to wait for further instructions as you move. And as they give you those instructions that, okay, now you can go ahead and abort the flight, there you go. Now you're there in the spot where you need to be at that particular moment. And again, ladies and gentlemen, there's still another process. You have to take the process of taking your bags to the baggage claim and to be able to check those baggage in. You have to take the step to get to your seat that you have selected. And from there, you have to take the initiative to sit down. Buckle up for safety. Even though you don't see the destination where you're going, but you have in your mind the place where you desire to be, correct? So when you go and you book that particular flight, you didn't know all the things that was going to go on in between there, the air turbulence or delays and everything else that may transpire on your way getting to your destiny. The only way you're going to know is if you begin to connect. And the only way you're able to connect is if you begin to move. So again, your success is connected to people. You have to be involved with people in order to grow, in order to be successful. So therefore, with that being said, if I have someone that's in a position that I desire to be in, I'm not going to sit there like a bump on a log and not move towards them. I'm going to begin to move towards them, motion them, get their attention, let them know, hey, baby, I see you. I'm trying to get where you're at. You have to remember, I just said that people who enables your success may not always come to you. Do you see the conductor coming to you to aboard you on the train? Do you see the conductor going saying, hey, is Kenyatta here? Hey, is Kiki here? Hey, is Shiloh here? Hey, is Janelle here? Hey, is Keisha here? Hey, is Janet here? Hey, is Naisha, whoever it may be, is here? No, they don't go looking for you. You have to be the one that take the initiative to begin to prepare yourself and walk and position yourself in the position that you desire to be. So my question to you on today is, are you going to move, or are you going to begin to continue to sit on the dock of the bay wasting time? Are you going to move, or are you going to just sit there and just continue to waste time? Are you going to move towards your future? Your future ain't going to come to you. You have to position yourself in order to get to the place where you desire to be. How do you expect your goals and dreams to become your reality if we're not moving towards the goals and the dreams? And this comes to my next point, that we are not created to be alone. When God created mankind, he knew exactly what he was doing. Even when he was forming us in our mother's womb, he knew exactly what he was doing. His biggest thing was to make sure that we are connected. You only have life and power when you're connected. You're only able to get to the place where you need to be when you're connected. So that's why he said it's not good for man to be alone. That's why he created a companion. That's why he created a problem. Sometimes people take and look at problems as, oh, this here is a issue. This right here is a problem. How am I going to make it? Last week on Let Wisdom Speak, we said that we are what? Problem solvers. So in order for you to be a problem solver, you have to begin to move forward in order to get the answer. You have to go through those tests and those trials in order to get the solution and also to see the answer. So we are not created to be alone. So if you're looking to be successful in whatever it may be that you desire to be successful in, guess what? Take somebody else with you. There's a saying that they say that see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. You want me to tell you why the bottom is too crowded? Because nobody else is reaching back to grab somebody from the bottom to help them up in order to get to the top so that they won't be amongst the ones that's on crowded grounds. Your success is determined based on who you're looking to take with you. So you may not hear me in my videos or say, I see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. A successful person and a selfless person don't look to leave people behind. But hold up here. Sometimes you have to leave things and people behind. But what I'm saying on today is those people that's out here looking to get where you're at or where you're looking to be, sow that seed. It's all about the seeds that we carry and the seeds that we cast upon the people. Our words is a seed. A good morning is a seed. Great morning, how are you? Oh my God, your hair is so lovely. Oh my God, you're so red. Oh my God, you look so radiant on today. Those are words of seeds. So again, you will not succeed in life unless you are connected. That was the first point. The second point was your success involves people. And then the third point is you will never possess what you are unwilling to pursue. You will never possess what you are unwilling to pursue. We got to get out the mindset of saying, I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that. You have to have a purpose-driven life. Everything that we have has a purpose. Let everything that has breath praise ye the Lord. Everything that has the ability to move must move. Energies must move. You were created to shift atmosphere. You were created to create other things. You were created to be abundant. And like I said the day before yesterday on my live, where did we get this mentality of God don't want me to be prosperous? Because I have so much receipts, as my mentor would say. I have so many receipts that tell me otherwise. So what are you going to do on today? Are you going to continue to sit there on the dock of the bay and wasting time? Or are you going to begin to get up and run towards your future? Are you going to begin to gas yourself up, light up a fire, set a blaze under your feet, and begin to go to the places where you're supposed to be? Because it's one thing to speak what you want until you see what you say, if you're not going to have the faith in order to move towards the thing that's actually beckoning you to come. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and shift this particular call on today. I hope something was said that was able to get you to thinking and to begin to have you to begin to want to begin to move towards your future. But with that being said, you guys, I shall listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit from within. I shall lead and not follow. I shall run and not be weary. I am a force for good. I shall never be broke another day in my life. I am so happy and grateful now that I am making six figures in helping women all across the world build 6 and 7 figure legacies that cannot be broken. I am a master recruiter. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm not in the same spot and I'm moving towards my destiny. I am so very happy and grateful now that I am now connecting with people, the right type of people that's going to be able to propel me into my destiny. My name is Success Coach Nakesha. And with that being said, you guys, have a blessed and amazing day on today. And I will see you on the other side.